The relation between city and its inhabitants is measured in two ways. First, through an imaginative and literary response. Secondly, on foot through walking the city. Merlin Coverley on Psychogeography. Over the course of the past few weeks, we have been walking the city of London, attempting to read it, unravel it, and reveal faces of the city that we may have failed to notice thus far. We have been strolling, tiptoeing, and drifting through the city in pursuit of London's better-kept secrets. We have picked 6 relevant moments from our walks, during which we noticed a shift in our senses and represented them as capsules of time and space. These moments encapsulate diverse forms of stimuli and sensory data, of which we have attempted to highlight the most prominent ones. These may be visual, auditory, or cognitive. We have borrowed from the theme of psychogeography to pin down the effect of these sensory stimuli on our emotional and psychic states. Quoting Guy Debord, psychogeography is the study of a specific effect of the geographical environment, consciously organized or not, on the emotions and behavior of individuals. Furthermore, for our structure and method of representation, we have sought inspiration from Bernard Shimy's Manhattan transcripts, wherein he developed theoretical drawings to highlight the complex relationship between spaces and their use, between set and the script, type and program, object and event. Shumi's method was not to illustrate the city and the buildings present, but to search for the ideas that underlie them. They are frame-by-frame depictions of an architectural inquest in which space, movement, and event are represented in each. They are independent, yet stand in a relationship between one and the other. The reality of these sequences lies in the integral logic these sequences display. We have embraced his method and made it our own by breaking down our chosen moments, our capsules, into spaces, stimuli, logic, and effect. Space represents the physicality of the site in question through graphic photographs. Stimuli lays out the different sensory data within the space through images and audio. Logic annotates a deconstruction of the ways in which the moment is experienced as a capsule of time and space with the help of simple sketches. And finally, effect depicts, using psychogeographic references, abstract poetry and quotes, the resultant psychic state. The 6 chosen sites in order they have been represented are: back to childhood, a personal moment at the London Eye. The colours of confetti and the peal of children laughing took me right back in time and space. Memory is awakened by meaning of body and place, and I belong. How beautiful it is to encounter these portals to a joyous, colourful childhood and drift away into a daydream in the most mundane of circumstances. In effect, by retrieving the past from the detached viewpoint of the present, would we really want to go back? We reappropriate the present, imagining cities, scripts, signs, and memories. By the sea. A personal moment at the South Bank riverside. The sensorial riverbank strikes a chord somewhere in my body and soul. And for just one frozen moment, amidst London's throbbing urban heartbeat of low rumbles and metropolitan murmurs, emanates the distinct symphony of a beach concert. Waves lapping against the shore, winds whistling into the ear, and I am that little girl, with sand and the salty ocean in my mouth. I am at the center of a swirling vortex of time. I find it lifts my senses of the environment out of its confided framework and into fresh possibilities of interpretation, my eyes wiped clean by the resultant defamiliarization. Nick Papadimitriou on Proximity Fight. Back to the future. What one usually experiences from the streets down below is now experienced from up above. The eyes and the mind contextualize. The cable car is a literal capsule transporting in space and enabling the body to feel this defamiliarization, the vertigo. And as the car descends, amidst the uber modern futuristic development and infrastructure on the nether end, one also feels as if she is transported in time. In between. Moment on the Royal Victoria footbridge. Floating mid-air between coexisting temporalities, wedged between the ruins of a fossilized forgotten past and its contemporary imposing incarnations. But snaking its way through the middle is time, pressing on, the flowing Thames below and the spinning windmills afar, to its testament. A space capsule that encapsulates the contrast between the ruins of the Millennium Mills of the past on one side and the new development coming up on the other. Do we travel to the past or the present? Gateways. Moment at the King's Cross St. Pancras intersection. Mayhem. I am at once the protagonist of a Dickens novel strolling through Victorian London, but also in rationalist Italy, marveling at lines and arches, or somewhere avant-garde, also somewhere Rastafarian. I am in the here and now, and the yon and then, until I am everywhere and nowhere, all at once. A space and time capsule that are gateways into different eras of history and architecture. There is absolute confusion, complexity, and contradiction. Fragmented realities. Moment in the gas holder park. Amidst fragmented realities and anamorphic illusions, moments of clarity bouncing off space and time. If life were a play, here is the Colosseum, slivers and shards of a great cosmic joke, teasing the eye. As one walks through the pavilion with its mirrors and punctured roof, the first encounter with the reflections and shadows is one of disorientation, followed by the pleasant surprise in discovery. As one proceeds walking, she pieces together the city around from the fragmented reflections and intermittent moments of lucidity. As much as the history of any city is made of its key events or architecture or legacies of its kings and queens, it is also made of these moments and how they are experienced by the subject itself. The city is the sum of its subjectivities, of which every single one of them is an intangible archive of its evolution. Beautiful city, the center and crater of European confusion, O you with your passionate shriek for the rights of an equal humanity. How often your revolution has proven but evolution, rolled again back on itself in the tides of a civic insanity. Alfred Lord Tennyson, Beautiful City.